this video, we will talk about several things to consider when planning a language class. These include the class goals, language varieties, teachers, and teaching materials. Before you develop a language class, you want to figure out what the goals of the class are. A good idea is to ask the students about their goals, because students will have different reasons for wanting to take the class. For example, some students will want to focus on becoming conversational and using the language in their daily lives. Others might focus on understanding the language in specific settings, like in greetings or prayers. It could even be that their family has some old letters or tape recordings that they want to be able to understand. Or maybe they are looking for ways that language can connect them with their culture and their community in a deeper way. Keep in mind that students from different communities might have different needs and different goals. Similarly, kids need different kinds of material and class structures than adults do. Next, you can think about which language varieties you could teach to help you reach those goals. All languages have many different varieties depending on the place where they are used, the age or gender of the people who are speaking or signing the language, and more. Will your class try to include many kinds of variation in the class? Or will you focus on one variety? And if so, which one do you choose? Some students may want to learn the language the way that their family uses it, even if that's not the most widely used variety. In some communities, students need to learn that some situations require a particular language variety, like when you're talking with certain elders. One important thing to note is that all language varieties are valid. None is more correct than another, even if some are not appropriate in certain situations. For languages which are written down, you should also consider if you plan to teach how to read and write. This may be desirable in some communities, but not in others. Writing is a different skill than speaking or signing, and it needs to be taught in addition to the language. Finally, consider who can teach this particular class. There are many different kinds of teachers. These include fluent speakers or signers of the language, but heritage learners and second language learners can also be great teachers. Sometimes, people who learn language later in life can more easily explain why the language works the way it does. Plus, teaching can be a way to deepen one's own language knowledge and confidence. Once all the big picture goals are in place, you can focus on details of the class itself. Teachers often use materials like books, recordings, exercises to help students learn. For some languages, those kind of teaching materials may already exist, but at other times you may need to create new materials or modify existing materials. To create language materials, you might be able to work with fluent speakers or signers of the language. You can often model exercises and lessons on language classes in other communities. Another place to look is in libraries and archives. But keep in mind that sometimes archived material includes a language variety that is older than or different from the one you're using in class. For each day's lesson, you can think outside of the box. Think how learning traditionally happens in the community. How are traditional stories and songs learned? How is knowledge about planting and gathering learned? You can use those same kind of strategies in class, either by inviting experts in, or by taking the class out to practice the language in a new setting. Linguists could help you with several parts of this process. For example, a linguist specializing in applied linguistics or language pedagogy could help you think through your teaching methods or your teaching materials.